Hello everyone, this is Chris from Crafting with Chris, and I'm here to share with you another swap that I've almost finished. I haven't done the cardboard pieces to put them on yet, uh, but that's just going to be cardstock with, chipboard with designer paper on it. But I've completed the homemade flower swap, and I followed the tutorial that it said to follow. In the tutorial, they used cheesecloth, and I, number one, didn't have any cheesecloth, and number two, decided that I wanted to use um, some of my fat quarters, 100% cotton material. So I used those instead, and I think they came out very pretty. Instead of cutting the squares, I tore all the squares. So it automatically had the torn edges, and all I had to do was a little bit more pulling of threads. But this is the first one that I did, and what I did was in the tutorial they told you to make like 6, I think, of each size and 2 rows. Well, I found out that when I was tearing the strips on a fat quarter, it's 23 and a half inches, I think, 22 and a half inches. So if I tore a strip 3 inches wide, I got 7 squares. And if I tore 2 strips 3 inches wide, I got 14 squares. And then if I tore a strip that was 2 inches wide for the smaller pieces, I got 11 squares out of the 2-inch strip. So instead of just putting so many on the bottom and so many on the top, I used all of the squares out of those 3 strips, and it made it a little bit fuller. I kind of liked it a little bit more, gave a little more depth to it. And then each one of my each flower is a different color, and then each one of my centers is a different object. So this was the first one, and there was this one, the yellow one, a tan or light orange. This one has a button with a glass flower in the center. These here, these are some centers that I got from Home, powered by Wish. Uh, they cost me about $2 for a box of or a bag of about 20 of them. And this one had the stone with, and I put some beads around the outside of the stone. Then there's this one with just the stone in the middle. And this one again with the same thing that I got from Home. And a light blue one with a silver center, and this silver center I also got from Home, and it was like, there were like about 20 in the bag, and they just cost the shipping, which was a couple of dollars. And then a darker blue with a button in the middle, and a green with a glass flower in the middle, a tan one with, again, a brown button, but a leopard skin type glass bling, on top of it. And this multicolored one with, I'm still pulling strings off, with a button in the middle. And this green one with the gold center again. And a blue and white one with the crystal in the middle. While I was videoing, I thought I would share just a few other flowers that I've made. I made this cute little paper one. I just wanted to try and see what they actually came out like, and I was pretty pleased with it actually. Thought it came out kind of cute. And then I saw a video on this one where you use a Tim Holtz punch for the flowers, and then they're folded similar to these for the back part. The center part, you just use a round circle and you fold it into half and then into thirds, and it comes out like this, and I thought that was really quite unique and pretty. And then it's got a button in the center. And this was a video I saw of a bottle cap flower. And it's different than the video because when I was trying to do it like the video, it didn't quite work out right, so I had to go a few steps further. And I put some of the lace in the back, and then a white lace trim and a blue trim around a flattened bottle cap. And I didn't do anything with the bottle cap because this one happened to be painted, and I thought it was pretty the way it was. And I put some beads around the bottle cap, and then I put this flower here with 3 strings of beads hanging down from it. And I thought that turned out really pretty. I'm going to try again to do the one like what was in the video. Not sure how it'll work out. And then I did this one where you burn all the edges of the ribbon. Each piece is an individual petal, and then you gather it at the bottom, and then it's just got a little button in the middle. But I like the way the burned edges and the way it crinkles it and curls it, and I think that turned out very pretty. And then this one here I made very similar to the way you fold all of these again. What I used, different color, but this type of ribbon where it's got the gold going through it and stuff. And then it's got wired edges, but I pulled the wires out, cut them into squares, and folded them and made this with a gold button in the middle. And I thought that turned out very pretty. And then this one here, I used the rolls of tulle, bridal tulle. On the back I put one with flowers, and then in the center I put a plain one, and then another with the flowers. Then I crocheted a little doily, put it in the center, and then put another flower in the center of that. I thought that turned out very pretty. Then these 3 here, this one, this one, and this one, are all made exactly the same. They're all made with 1-inch circles. And the difference is the centers. This one here is completed all the way down into the center. You take one circle, or one circle, and you cut it in half, and you glue it end to end. So you've got flat across the bottom, and then cut it 2 humps. And you roll it to make the center. And then each of your circles, You just snip a little bit on one side, fold it over and glue it, and then crimp the ends. Now, they also did it where they didn't crimp a point, and that looked cute too, but I really like this one with the crimped points a little bit better. And then these two here are the same thing without the centers, and I just put little flowers in the center. So that's some of the things that I've been working on. I'm going to get this swap ready to send in. And of course, I'll wait till it gets a little closer to the swap time before I send them in. But um, like I said, they'll just be put on a piece of cardstock, chipboard. Excuse me. I always get mixed up between cardstock and chipboard. Put on a piece of chipboard with designer paper on top of it, and then I'll put it in a cello bag and send them in. There'll be 3 in each one, and I'll decide as I'm making them which 3 I want to put together in each bag. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day and that you're very crafty today.